Hi guys, just want to make this quick video. I had somebody reach out to me and tell me that flipping real estate is is a bad thing. They said, house flippers, they all they're looking to do is make money, on a quick buck, and they do a cheap job, and they just want to make their profit and then move on to the next house and do it over and over and over. So I just wanted to clarify a few things about house flipping. There are some people that are bad at house flipping for sure. That's just like any other industry, right? So if you're in anything, whether you're in plumbing, electricity, oil and gas, any type of work you do, you're gonna find the good and the bad, right? So there are, I'm sure, some people that are bad at it. They just want to make a quick buck and they don't really care. But however, the look at house flipping kind of as the good that can come from it, right? So you're in essence what you're doing is you're taking an old property or old, usually dilapidated, falling apart eyesore in a community that probably nobody wants to live in, probably could be full of mold, could be full of many other defects that you can see and that you can't see as well. And you're taking that eyesore of a property and you're improving it. So in essence, what you're doing is you're improving the community so that more people, like, it's going to have more demand in the end, right? So you're taking a property usually under market value, whether it's a foreclosure or court sale or just something the original owner never took care of and it's just falling apart, and you're going in there, you're changing things like the floors, you're changing the windows, you're changing the roof, you're changing the mechanical, you're changing cosmetic as well as structural things that could be wrong with it. So a house flipper is actually taking a big risk because they're investing their time, they're investing their money, they sometimes are investing other people's money because it's investment money that's been given to them and they're paying interest on it. So they're taking a big risk in borrowing this money, and then what their intention is to put it back on the market at an improved and probably a substantially higher value, and hopefully they get it. But at the end of the day, there's no guarantee. What they're doing is they're hoping that somebody's gonna pay more for the house because they're gonna see the added value that they put into it. But keep in mind, there's absolutely no guarantee. The market could always shift against not in their favor, and then in the end, they're stuck with paying the interest, the property tax, the utilities that comes with it. Not every flip is a profitable flip, right? So back to the original person who had this statement that house flipping is terrible, and like I said, there's good and bad in every industry. But generally, I think house flipping is a good thing. I think it's actually a great thing because it improves the community. Usually it takes really old homes that are falling apart and it improves it. We're talking putting hardy board, you're putting a different exterior, you're almost creating a new structure. And it's in the same community that these older homes were in. And now you have a demand for it. Some people will say gentrification, it'll bring a new kind of buyer, it'll increase the values of the homes. But is that necessarily bad? Increased value means increased demand. That means more people want to live there. If there's more people that want to live in a specific community or area or city, that means it's good things are happening in the area. That means there's a demand for it. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify some people, because this is not only that one person's comment. I've heard this before as well. Like a preconceived notion that some people have, but it's not necessarily bad. In essence, what they're doing is they're completely going in and taking a huge risk with the hope that they make whatever it is, 50,000, 75,000, sometimes 100,000, 200,000. It really depends on what they're trying to earn and how much the after repair value is. But they're taking a big risk, and if you ask any experienced flipper, sometimes they lose money too, right? So they could lose, but they could also gain. When they do gain, it's not that they're just being greedy. Sometimes they roll that profit back and they invest again into the community to improve it again. So it's just another way of revitalizing the community, one house at a time. And I personally, I don't think it's necessarily, it's not a bad thing. I think it's actually a great thing. So comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts on house flipping. It's a very controversial topic, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think house flipping is a great thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Why or why not? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you liked my video, Make sure to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much. Take care.